Courage by Osho. I read this a long time ago, and it's a book that I always come back to. The premise of this book is not to cling to certainty. Courage is risking the known for the unknown. And the reason that's important, if you have to be sure before you move, you have to stay in your comfort zone, but there's no growth in your comfort zone. You got to be courageous enough to go out into the unknown. Don't be out here taking wild risk, but you got to be willing to take risk. And that's what this book is all about. Most people are slaves to their comfort zone. They never want to move out. They always wonder, what would people say? What will happen? What if this happens? What if that happens? They never really go out and accomplish anything. This is the average person. This book is really about having enough courage to step outside your comfort zone and face the unknown. Now, there's something important that Osho said in here that really resonated with me when I read it. A lot of people ask me, how do I become more confident? How do I believe in myself more? If you have confidence, that means you're not being courageous. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's acting in spite of it. Like, you don't need more confidence. You don't need to be more confident. You don't need to believe in yourself more. You need to be more courageous. If you believed in yourself, if you had confidence, it wouldn't take courage to do the thing. I live over here right by the Atlantic Ocean in Miami. It's dope over here. I be seeing manatees out here. Let's say Michael Phelps wanted to swim from here to South Beach. It's not that far. It wouldn't take a lot of courage to do that because he's an excellent swimmer, one of the best swimmers of all time. But if I did it, I'm not confident in myself. So for me, it would take courage. It wouldn't take courage for Michael Phelps because he's confident on it. The only time you can be courageous is when you don't have confidence in yourself. If there's something wrong with the pipes in my kitchen and I call a plumber, he's not going to be like, all right, let's see what I can do. No, he went to plumbing school. He's been plumbing. He knows how to plumb. He's going to go there and fix it. It's going to be calm, easy. But for me, it would be like, all right, let's see what I can do, right? It'll take courage because it's not in my comfort zone. It's in his comfort zone. But here's the thing. That comfort zone for most people is their limitation. If I did become courageous enough to fix the plumbing and I did it over and over again, I'd get good at it and then I'd have confidence and it wouldn't take courage anymore. It's always pushing that boundary a little bit. That's what this book's about. Always pushing that boundary where you're outside of your comfort zone, outside of your core competence. You want to always be on the edge of it, pushing it a little bit more because what happens is now your comfort zone expands with repetition. So a lot of people say, how do I become more confident? No, it's becoming more courageous, not being a bitch, not being a hoe. Coward dies 1,000 deaths. If you lose what, you'll learn something. You're going to do it again. You're going to risk failure again. And you're going to keep doing it until what? Until you succeed. The first time you were walking, when you were learning to walk, the little babies trying to learn to walk, they like nervous at first. They fall down hundreds of times. When you were a baby, you fail hundreds of times. Little motherfuckers fall all the time. But what happens? They keep trying. They keep going. They don't quit. And this is why they don't quit. They keep going until they learn how to do it. Confidence comes from competence. It was like my son. He was the same way, but now he can run, throw shit, do math, but he didn't give up the first time. You didn't give up the first time you failed. You failed hundreds of times, but now you try something once. You're willing, this shit doesn't work for me. You're willing to give up at the first sign of failure, or you're not even gonna fucking try because you're afraid you're gonna fall and how you're gonna look in front of people. You used to be tough when you was a baby. You fell down tons of times, thousands of times. You got back up and kept going. You used to be a G, but now the adult version of you is a hoe. That's why you need to read this book.